Hello and good morning and welcome to your Wednesday. So that I'm a little bit later today, for those of you who like to start at 10 a.m. on the dot, Berlin time. But I had to attend a very important breakfast with some very important people. So two of them were three. Well, one of them was three and one of them was one and a bit. So it was very important. And it was really lovely because the weather here is still gorgeous. Some would say it's too hot, but at 8 a.m. it's like the perfect temperature. So I hope that you've had a nice morning so far. And I hope that you're ready for a little injection of some drawing. Again, we're going to do a shortish one today because it's just so warm. We don't want to be sitting down in one spot for too long. I've got fans on me though. I hope that you have too if it's hot where you are. And yeah, let's get to it. So let's spin you around. Morning, Catherine. And there we go. So I have a portrait set up today. So we have the shorter edge here and the longer edge here. And I love your emojis, Catherine. We're going to start today by doing a kind of a tall U shape that comes to about maybe 2/3 of the way up of the page here and comes down to about here, and then it's going to come down. But we're not going to do the bottom bit. So I'll just show you without talking too much. So kind of about this far in. I'm going to do one edge of the U, leaving a little gap, and then trying to mirror the same curve on the other side. But as always, it doesn't matter if it's not exact, like that. So kind of like a wine glass shape, but it's going straight up and then curving at the bottom there. Then we're going to do two little curves here that come out and down, out and down. And then it can just tailor off the page however you want. I'm going to take mine straight down like that. Okay. Next up, I'm going to do a semicircle that comes around here. And actually, it can come all the way around. So like you're drawing a halo on the top of this. So in an oval shape. So not a semicircle, I'm drawing an oval. Like this. So these two lines are in front of these two lines. Looks like an unusual object, doesn't it? Okay, now I'm going to draw a line that comes up above this. So just kind of like a wobbly line that kind of curves around but is wider. And now I'm going to make this oval 3D by drawing the two lines that would kind of turn this into a 3D object like that, but they get hidden by this line, which will turn into something. Okay, next up, I need to create one, two, three, four spikes coming here that all end at about the same height. So in order to do that, I'm going to do four upside down U's or semi kind of circles. So one there, and then two in the middle, just trying to get them about the same distance apart, like that. And then from these semicircle marks, I'm going to just do lots of, well, I'll do three tube shapes. So starting from here and ending there, I'm going to draw a tube, and this can come down pretty far, like that. Do the same, starting from there, ending there, coming down tube shape, starting from there, ending there, down and up, like so. And there we have a fork shape. So I'm going to continue this oval shape coming in, cutting across this tube like that, and kind of coming up. So it looks like it's forking this thing here, which you can turn into whatever you want. In my mind, it is half a cherry tomato. Because I wanted to draw basically an interpretation of lunch. So a lunch that I've been having regularly is like a salad with bread and like hummus or whatever. And I just thought it would be cute to draw a fork forking something. So this is going to be my slice of lettuce that comes up here and comes behind this, kind of flails around. And then on top, I'm going to draw a small block of cheese. So just keeping my angles, but you could load up your fork with whatever. And then right at the top, I'm just going to draw my 4 ends of the fork. So in line with this, it's an exceptionally long fork. You don't have to draw the ends, but I think it looks quite, it gives it a final touch, as if the fork's been pushed onto the cherry tomato, the piece of lettuce, and the piece of cheese. You could do your own interpretation of whatever. So now it's just a case of decorating the food items that you've got on your fork. So I'm just going to do it really loosely. The suggestion of the cherry tomato cut in half, just maybe some seeds oozing out onto the fork. They always pop open, don't they, the cherry tomatoes, and then you get tomato juice all over the plate, or if you're unlucky, all over yourself. Maybe because they're kind of like in the kind of gooey globally, can't say the words, bits. Okay, and then I'm going to just draw some kind of lines on my lettuce, iceberg lettuce, so it's nice and crunchy. I'll paint that a nice light green color. And then my block of cheese, so satisfying, a nice little chunky slice there. Now you can also decorate your fork. So I've done this design here, but you could of course embellish it. You could make it a really fancy fork and add kind of extra bits to the sides. You could get your forks out of your drawer and see what design they have. Some have very classic designs, clean cut. Some have fancy designs. I'm just going to draw kind of a random design. I'm not really sure what's going on. This is just all in my mind. Looks a bit fancy, doesn't it? We add glimmer here, like that. And that is that. So simple. Within 8 minutes, we have done our drawing. Now, you might take a little bit more time to perfect yours and make it look extra special, but I'm going to keep mine really short and sweet today. I'm going to start doing the painting. So also you could have in the background maybe like a mouth or something that it's going into. Maybe that would be quite funny. Do I risk doing that? A big mouth with teeth? Could be quite fun. Why not? Let's do it. Okay. You don't have to do this if you think it's going to ruin it. I'm just going to draw like a lip line. Again, this is all just like improvise. This is big teeth. Front 2 teeth, they're a little bit different sizes. Side teeth. Fangs. And the big molars, is that what it's called? Down here. The bottom lip. And may be butchering my drawing right now, but you've got to experiment, haven't you? Draw just suggestion of bottom teeth poking through, and tongue, this bit, I don't know what, a little bit of chin, that's the chin, and the lip, like that. All right, let's do some painting and see how if we can make this look any good. Okay, so I'm going to start with the cheese because it's going to be a really bright yellow. A bit of ochre in there too. Maybe it's a cheddar, Gouda, Edam, any cheese, Cathedral City cheddar. Haven't had that for a while. It's pretty good cheese. And then let's do the lettuce. Get my Terra Verde there. It's really nice, light, translucent green. Very gentle. Maybe add a little bit of Viridian in there to give it a bit more of a punch. A little bit of blue maybe. Okay, and then my cherry tomato, it's going to be red. Oh, not much red left on my palette there. A little bit of orange for the inner bit, a bit more orangey. Maybe some green bits too. Sometimes it's a bit green, isn't it, when you go on the inside? We're keeping it very loose as usual today in the heat. Not the time to be doing intricate, delicate stuff. Well, I don't think so. Maybe you enjoy doing intricate, delicate stuff in high heat. If you do, then that's probably quite a good skill to have. Okay, so we'll leave that for now. We'll come back to it and add it a little bit once it's dry. Let's do the, imagine it's my big old mouth eating my lunch. So skin tone there. Actually all of it, because that could be the neck as well. Quite freeing to paint so quickly, just laying on the colour, not really worrying about the way it's coming out. And then I'm going to do the tongue on the inside, which is going to be this pinky colour. Try and avoid the teeth. Let's try and keep the teeth nice and white, as in real life. Lift out some of that colour so it doesn't bunch. And actually we could add a bit of pink up here as well. Although I might go in and make that dark, make more black. Let's do some lips. So by adding the mouth, I've kind of taken away the focus from the fork, which was the main subject of my painting. And I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I think it makes it quite funny rather than a very serious painting of a fork with food on it, which it was before. So we can go for funny on a Wednesday. Power pink lipstick. Would love to, well, I've talked about this before, but I'd love to be the kind of person who just wears lipstick and doesn't really think about it. But I'm always really conscious when I wear lipstick that it's going to be all over my teeth. And then I always forget if I'm eating a meal or drinking that I have it on, and then I just end up with like the vague reminiscent look of lipsticks past before the meal, and it looks really, really odd. So I always think, wow, when I see someone with gorgeous lipstick on, killing it with that look. All right, and now I'm going to just add a little bit of kind of grey blue to the fork to just give it a bit of a sheen. And you can get like cool gold, black, and chrome kind of cutlery these days. I'm sure, well, maybe not these days, but it's come into fashion. I see it in all of the cute little boutique shops that you go window shopping in. And this chrome cutlery, very cool. With that, I'm going to just go back in with a bit more red. I haven't got much left on my palette, but it's going in there. A bit more green. In there. And just then the tops of the fork as well. Tapping in some colour, but it's a lot of water on my brush, so I just wipe my brush on my paper towel and go back in and take out some of that colour. And the only thing I want to do is add a little bit more red. Let's see if I've got some in my, there we go, it's my Windsor red. Squeeze a bit more out. This tends to last me a really long time. Never really have to re-squeeze this that often because it's such a strong colour. Just pop that on there to give it a bit more of a defining edge next to the tongue. A lot on my brush there. Like that. And then the last thing I'm going to do is a dark roof of the mouth there. So I've got my black. Do a little bit more of that on my palette. Just go in here. like that. There we go. Maybe add a few more highlights and stuff, or shadows even, not highlights. And the fork with the black. And we are fertig, I think. I mean, the teeth look exceptionally white, but maybe I'm cool with that. Maybe. What else could I put? Maybe a little bit of beige on the teeth to just make them look a bit more real. Then lipstick does make your teeth look whiter, right? Because it it's like putting a dark colour against a light colour makes it look even even lighter. That makes it look a little bit more real with these fangs. And there we have it, our forking Wednesday. So I love the fork. I'm not sure about the mouth, I'm going to admit. I'm not sure about the mouth, but whatever. It makes it more interesting. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? I think it does. I hope you enjoyed today's drawing. If you did, then please let me know. Give me a thumbs up, and you can also send pictures of your work to me via Instagram on my NessDoes Instagram page, because I love to see what you guys come up with. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry it's a little bit late today. I will be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. for sure for Thursday's edition. And yeah, let your friends know, pass on the arty love, and thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you here tomorrow for another edition of Archive. So take care. Bye.